Good morning. Good morning to our healthcare heroes here at Lee Health, and good morning to our community. My name is Nicole Traum, and this is Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. Welcome, and thank you for joining us this morning. So we are talking today about opening up to that place of connecting with our heart, that place of love, and it is sometimes very overwhelming to even kind of think of that, especially during times like this when we are still inundated with the reality of how things have changed in our world. But in mindfulness and in meditation and in these mindful practices, we can start from the place of understanding that there is this deep-rooted love all around us in the universe, or however you identify that. So sometimes people identify it as the universe, the big U, maybe as a God or as a higher power, any of those things, right? There is this endless source of love around us. And our suffering comes when we forget that. And it's really easy to forget that as we get really challenged. In fact, in our lives, when we're challenged, we start to forget. And it's in the remembering, it's in that coming back that we start to really feel that love again, and we start to deepen our practice. And that's really what our practice of mindfulness is. It's remembering that bigger sense of love and joining in with it. Instead of joining in with fear or anxiety or stress or whatever it is, we're going to experience those things, but as we experience them, in the moment that we remember, we get to come back and we get to feel all that love again. So as we move today, I want you to think about remembering, right? What does it feel like when you remember? It's just like when you remember someone you love, maybe that you haven't seen in a while, or maybe someone who isn't with us anymore. Like I get these little hits sometimes of like my daughter will say something and it'll just be like the way my dad said it, and it just like washes me over with love and a little sadness, right? But also joy. So remembering that, letting yourself come back to those little bits, and slowly we start to integrate them more into our lives. So that means we don't always have to go towards the fear. Maybe we start to move towards the love a little bit more in a more authentic way. So as we move this morning, let's think about that idea of remembering, bringing yourself back. One of those ways that you can do it is by moving the body and by moving the breath. So let's start with a couple of deep breaths this morning. Big inhale through your nose, and then big exhale out through your mouth. Big inhale, and big exhale. Let's do two more. Big inhale. Big exhale, letting out any of that fear, any of that stress. One more time. Big inhale. And big exhale. Good. Let's start to move our arms now as we breathe. So big inhale, reaching your arms up and overhead, stretching tall, and then exhaling as you bring your arms back down. So just feeling yourself filling up with breath, stretching up through the side body, the back body. Good. And then exhale, come all the way back down. Think about filling up, pushing up with those arms as you bring that breath in. And then exhale, press the breath out as you press the air away from you on your sides. Let's do two more rounds like that. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Good. Inhaling, stretching up. Exhaling, coming back out. Good. And then this time as you inhale, we're going to bring our arms up and overhead. And then exhale and twist to your right. And just take a breath or two here. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Look towards your right shoulder as you breathe. Take another deep breath here. That's it. And then inhale everything back up through center. Exhale over to your left. Let your shoulders move away from your ears. Feel yourself twisting. Feel yourself breathing here. Looking towards your left shoulder. Good. One more deep breath. And then come all the way back up through center. Exhale back over to your right. So just kind of feeling here that stretch up through your back body. Feel your breath going a little deeper. Good, and then relax your shoulders a little bit. Remember that we're trying to connect with that that positive sense of love all around us. So let yourself feel that. And then inhale your arms back up through center. Exhale over towards your left. So again, letting those shoulders drop away from you, feeling yourself as you twist, connecting to that greater sense of well-being. Yeah, and as the fear starts to come in, just let your breath start to smooth it. Let it meet you where you are. And then inhale here, reach your arms back up. And as you exhale, we're going to come forward and just start to reach towards the earth. So bringing yourself here towards your ankles, and you can just start to reach right and left, right and left. Good. 2 more times to each side, just gently stretching into your back body. And then rolling yourself on up and just taking a couple of rolls of the shoulders. So feeling those shoulders, creating a little bit more space here. Good. And then you can go one at a time if that feels good. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come in and we're going to take a little stretch for our legs and our hips. So you can stretch your legs out wide. I tried to position this so that you could see my legs a little bit better. And then what we'll do is we'll inhale and sit up and exhale and hinge forward. So now my chair has arms on it, so my legs can't go quite as far. So you have to scoot forward a little if your chair has arms. Make sure you have a little space here and just stretch into your back body. So sometimes it's hard to connect to that feeling of well-being, that feeling of love, because our body is just holding on to stress and tension. So as we move here, we're going to create a pathway to connect to that bigger love, to connect to that sense of well-being that we can have. Good morning, Molly. How are you guys today? If you're watching, you can drop a comment in. You can say hi. Just feel yourself here, just stretching through your low back. Good. And then we're going to come on up and go over to the right, come across and over to the left. Hi. I think that says Mark. Coming all the way around. That's it. Just feeling yourself, feeling nice, like feeling those muscles really hugging on to the bones. Allowing yourself to really feel good here. And then change your direction. So we go over to the left, across, and over to the right, and back around. And just feel those leg muscles, the low back, everything start to stretch. That's why when we exercise, right, even though we might dread the getting there and the getting into it, when we come out of an exercise, you feel this rush, right? You feel this connection to remind yourself of what it's supposed to feel like, to feel good, to take a deeper breath. Good. And then come on up, and we're just going to lift the right leg up and then the left leg up. I call this like the little sumo wrestler move. So just lifting that leg up, feel your belly hugging in here. Just lifting up those legs. If you want, you can bring your arms up, shoulders back. Keep feeling that belly hugging in here. Just lifting and lifting. Let's do 2 more to each side. Keep breathing here. Good. And then we'll come on out and just bring those legs in towards each other and make some circles now. Just sitting, massaging your seat a little bit. Reconnecting with your breath. So notice that inhale and notice your exhale. That's it. You can change your direction. Again, feeling all those muscles just slowly starting to release a little so that you can feel more comfortable in your body, so you connect with that greater sense of well-being, that greater sense of love all around. Good. And then coming on up, let's bring our elbows up to shoulder height and just start to twist now. Inhale and exhale. Twisting up through the side body. That's it. Awesome. And as you come on out, let's take our right arm up, stretch it up, and as you exhale, come forward, just stretch it across. Big inhale, opening the chest. Good. Big exhale, stretching through the back of the shoulder. Inhale. Perfect. And exhale 2 more times on this side. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then this next time as you come across, you're reaching over and to the left. You're just going to reach and reach, reach and reach. Keep going here. Good. For 3, 2, and 1. Good, come all the way out, roll that shoulder back. Bring your left arm up, now stretch it up into the left, big chest opening, and as you exhale, reach it forward and across. Perfect. Inhale, opening up, leaning back. Exhale, reaching forward and across. Nice, big, slow opening. Remembering, letting yourself connect to your body, to your breath, to that greater sense of well-being and love all around you. 2 more times. That's it. This time as you come forward, we're going to hold it there. We're just going to start to reach and reach. Good. Reach and reach. Keep going here for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Come all the way out. Roll your shoulders back. Come back to your breath now. So inhaling and exhaling. You start to feel, after we move like that, you start to feel this goodness start to move through your body. You start to feel your breath. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper. Close your eyes. That's it. And with your eyes closed, allow yourself to start to remember that connection to love. That the universe does want to support you, right? We can align with that energy or we can fight it. Sometimes that energy means that things have to change, right? Things have to be different. We're experiencing that now, right? A lot of things have to be different in our world. But that doesn't mean that it has to be this time of negativity. It can be a really big time of growth, a really big time of opening ourselves up in our hearts, in our bodies, in our minds. So as you turn within now, you can start to deepen your breath. So sit however is comfortable for you. With your eyes soft or closed, just begin to connect with your breath. Feeling yourself filling up on the inhale and emptying out on the exhale. Nice slow inhale. Nice slow exhale. And see if as you turn within, you can start to feel yourself getting more comfortable in your body, in your breath, more comfortable in your skin. With your eyes closed as you breathe, just start to listen for any sounds. Maybe they're far outside your home, or maybe they're inside your home. Just giving them their space, letting them coexist with you as you turn within, as you let yourself breathe. And start to notice the sound of your own breath. Noticing the sensation of your breath as it moves in through your nose and back out through your nose or your mouth. The coolness of the air as it moves in, and the warmth of that breath as it moves back out. And just give yourself a couple more breaths here. Let your shoulders soften away from your ears. If you're close to the back of your chair, you can scoot back a little. You can lean back into your chair and just feel that support behind you. Feel that support underneath you. And just allow yourself to really feel that goodness within. Our mind is, over time, it is conditioned to move towards fear, right? What if? Oh, well, this happened before, it's probably going to happen again, right? But we can't continuously live in that state. It's just going to make us feel really, really gross, right? If we want to choose to feel better, to feel more connected, we have to choose to turn towards those positive things, turn towards the things that connect us to that greater sense of love. And that doesn't mean that we ignore all the hardship, all the tough things in this world, but we also recognize that that doesn't take up all of the world, right? That doesn't take up all the energy in the world. It's not all negative, it's not all anxious, it's not all stressful. We can choose in small ways to bring in more peace, more love, more steadiness. And in these little bits, in these little ways, it starts to raise our vibration, our own internal vibration. Let's take a few more deep breaths here, just filling up with breath as you inhale, emptying out that breath as you exhale. Letting yourself remember that you can connect back with the universe or your higher power or whatever it is that you use as your guide. And when you feel lost, come back to that connection. Remember that connection. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath here, filling up, emptying out, just allowing yourself to remember what it feels like to be connected, to be present, to be in your body and in your breath. That's it. And then bring your hands back in front of your heart. We bow to each other. We bow especially to our healthcare heroes who are still out there working hard. We thank you. We honor you. And for those of you that just showed up this morning, I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you all for watching. This has been Nicole Traum with Lee Health's Healthcare Heroes Self-Care Moment. We'll be back tomorrow at 6:40 a.m. Hope to see you then. Bye.